Installing Recticel Silence acoustic insulation panels is easy. In this video, we'll guide you through the installation. We'll give you a handy checklist for preparations, show you which tools you'll need, and share handy tips to install panels for the best results. But first, you might ask yourself why you need acoustic insulation. Part 1. Why do you need acoustic insulation? Sounds and noises have an impact on your daily comfort. Through Recticel Silence panels, you reduce sounds coming from outside or adjacent rooms by 87%. In other words, you'll barely hear the neighbors anymore. You can use Recticel Silence panels in new buildings and renovations for interior walls, the inner surface of outer walls, or against a dividing wall between two apartments in the same building. Next, let's get everything prepared for installation. Part 2. Preparation. First, you'll need to calculate the amount of square meters of insulation you need. Measure the space you want to insulate. Next, check that the room is well ventilated, preferably heated and protected from wind and rain. Make sure not to use Recticel Silence in a humid or damp area. The last step before getting started is to make sure all surfaces are in good shape. Remove dust and any loose pieces of paper or plaster and make sure all cracks and bumps have been smoothed out. Part 3. Material requirements. Recticel Silence panels have been designed for easy installation. Here's a list of the tools you'll need. Recticel Silence panels, plasterboards of at least 12.5mm of thickness, a worktop, filler and finisher for the joints, a sturdy ladder, a scale to weigh the amount of glue to use, paint bucket tray, a short-haired paint roller, a tape measure, rubber gloves, safety glasses, packing strips, a stirring rod, a filler knife, a pencil, a spirit level. Recticel glue for acoustic panels. You'll need 1 bucket for 6 panels. Joint tape, a snap-off blade knife to cut the panels to size. Have all your gear at the ready and you'll be good to go. Part 4. Installation. Installing Recticel Silence is easy. For the best acoustic result, make sure the panels cover the entire wall without leaving any gaps. Follow the steps in this video to start the installation. To make sure your panels will be neatly positioned in a staggered pattern, create a laying plan beforehand. You can place the panels both horizontally and vertically, but don't use any pieces smaller than 10 centimeters. You can easily cut into the panels and plasterboard to create space for plugs, tubes, and more. Use Recticel water-based glue for acoustic panels, as that is the only glue with guaranteed and tested adhesion of Recticel Silence. First, stir the glue to make sure you have the same consistency throughout. Every surface requires 200 grams of glue per meter squared. The glue needs to dry out for at least 30 minutes before installing. That is why we advise to alternately glue panels and walls. Now use your short-haired roller to apply the glue. After curing, the glue should be completely transparent. Start putting up panels at the bottom of the wall. Make sure the first one is perfectly positioned. This will make your job easier with the following panels. If your floor isn't level, you might need to adjust the panel's position. After positioning your panel, apply sufficient pressure over the complete panel. A pressure roller can be handy to make sure the whole surface is completely pressed to the wall. Repeat in a staggered way until the wall is fully covered. Don't glue the side edges of the panels together, just align them correctly, flush against one another. Once all your Recticel Silence panels are up, apply glue to your panels and plasterboard. We advise using a new short-haired roller to apply the glue on the plasterboards. Wait another 30 minutes before putting the plasterboard in place and keep going until you've covered the complete wall. For perfect results, mount the plasterboards 2 to 3 mm above floor level using the packing strips. Make sure you apply enough pressure over the complete plasterboard when putting it up against the wall. Make sure to stagger the joints of the plasterboards with the joints of the acoustic insulation below. Once everything is in place, use joint tape to cover the joints and finish the seams with filler. Afterwards, cover the joints of the ceiling and floor with silicone. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for the plasterboard sheets and you'll be sure of a proper finish. That's it. Now go and enjoy the silence.